It's been a real busy day. This video is about the encrypted ballots. What I'm trying to figure out is, how will they disqualify the ballots that weren't issued by Trump? Just because Trump put an encryption in the ballot doesn't make a ballot without the encryption invalid. It doesn't disqualify non-encrypted ballots, especially if Trump did this in secrecy, which means there was no standard for what a ballot was supposed to have. There's no standard for what a ballot was supposed to be. And if anything, they could disqualify Trump's ballots and say he tampered with the voting process. I've never heard of a candidate sending out custom ballots. If that doesn't sound like election tampering, I don't know what does. Now, I'm not against Trump. I'm just telling you, as an independent voter, my observance of the situation. I'm not seeing how this makes Trump's case. And if anything, I can see this hurting Trump. In my previous video, I already explained that the country going into civil war will only achieve one thing: the elites being able to enact martial law, which was their goal all along, to create this division and have the country all fired up and ready to kill each other. So, I'm just thinking about the desperation coming from the Republican side in regards to this alleged election fraud. I'm trying to see what are they going to get out of this, especially if they come up short in their goals. What else are they going to seek? Can you accept defeat? One thing I have to mention also is what led me to becoming an independent voter. Back in 2016, a candidate by the name of Bernie Sanders ran for office and was cheated in the primaries by Hillary Clinton. She rigged the Democratic primaries. So this is something that a lot of Democrats are actually very familiar with, and they probably don't even call themselves Democrats anymore. Nah, I doubt that. There was a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters, and a lot of them just merged right back into being a Democrat. It's like they forgot. It's like they completely forgot about how the Democrats stole the primaries from Bernie Sanders. And what? 4 years later, they don't even know the name Bernie Sanders anymore. And now they see that Trump supporters are coming up with the same accusation, and it just seems completely far-fetched to Democrat supporters that the Democratic Party would dare fix an election when it happened to a Democratic candidate just 4 years ago, very famously. So it's a lot of hypocrisy there. So I just want you to think about who I am as a person before you judge me. I'm not on anybody's side. I can only be on my own side and try to navigate this world as I see best and come to my own conclusion, be my own man. And you're going to come to your own conclusion regardless of what I say. The only thing you can do is, consider some of the things that I mentioned. So let's go back to the main points. How would an encrypted ballot disqualify a non-encrypted ballot when that was never the standard? It was never agreed upon that all the ballots would be encrypted. So if a voter replaces a ballot and they somehow hand that voter a ballot from a different paper source, who's to blame? Could you blame anyone? There was no standardization of ballots. Therefore, you won't be able to disqualify ballots. And on top of that, issuing your own ballots when it's a state process, it's a state function, that could lead to tampering of the election or accusations of tampering. They're going to look at it as if it is tampering. So let me know what you think.